In Kenya, particularly in a rural area like Iten, you know, we're a little bit away from urban distractions. We're a little bit away from urban lifestyle. And until recently, we're away from a lot of the things that distract our young people. In Kenya, kids are still very outdoor, very playful, and if you go to any of the local primary schools, you'll see a lot of these Western trappings are not there.
Iten really is, I can say it's the center, the home of champions, because there are lots of champions who are really trained here and they have run very well. And this is a nice place because it's a town along the escarpment. It has a very nice view.
Everybody speaks about the talent. Of course, the talent of African athletes is very, very, very high. For a simple reason, because in this country, but also in Ethiopia, everybody tries.
Welcome to Kenya, Iten, special place.
It's not that we don't have talents or United States don't have talent. There are other choices for trying to have a good life. Here, situation is yet different, of course.
Going to be a big group today?
The big group, the massive group of like 300 went yesterday. This is a smaller marathon group of about 30 guys. So it's a bit more manageable. There'll still be a lot of dust, but it's not as chaotic as the masses that go off on Thursday mornings. We're going to do 17 times 2 minutes and 1 minute in between easy. So the 2 minutes are pretty quick, and then 1 minute just to kind of regroup and rest, and then hit it hard again.
Young athletes, of course, when you start, and I deal with quite a lot of athletes from the beginning of their careers, there's a certain balance between that original enthusiasm and interest and trying to focus it and channel it. Sometimes you have to try to hold on to that as much as possible, because that's the motivation that the young person has. You must make that journey from that impetuous, enthusiastic, fun enjoyment of being competitive, and as a young person, you don't even think about your race, you just go and do it. There's a certain balance between that original enthusiasm and interest and trying to focus it and channel it into performance.
Kept up for a bit, and man, these guys are they're pretty fit. I'm just getting there.
Right again, me.
I feel stronger here, but the altitude is tougher. It's my new brand of eyeliner. It's called Kenyan Dust.
It was tough, but it was good.
This is the Kenyan cool down right here. It's a slow walk. Sometimes these guys will jog about 6:30 per K, 10-minute miles or something. And well, most of the time they just walk. I'll cool down, do a proper cool down, but I'll walk with them for a bit because, well, frankly, I'm done.
What's this here? Is this your recovery drinks?
Yeah, so recovery drinks. The secret of running fast.
Cheers! Good job, eh?
Everybody has it.
This is my first time here, and you know, like at home you get in your routine and you see where you match up with everyone and you're like, okay, I'm doing just fine, like this is good enough. You come here and you get your butt kicked by everybody every day. You can go out for a run anytime and like 30 kids will like run behind you and chase you for like half a mile, complete opposite direction of where they're going. They're just super excited to see someone different.
This is my third trip here, and it was after my first year here that I started to have some breakthrough performances, and it was learning the art of the easy run. They might go out and go all in from the start of a workout and end up having to bail early, but then the next day when they jog, they're jogging. So they definitely have that balance down.
It's a weird thing to say, but it's also, there's nothing to lose, you know, like they're gonna go out for their run, it's probably gonna be like a really nice part of their day, and if they go all in and it works out, like, oh my gosh, I have a whole new career, I got a whole new opportunity out there. If I don't, I head home and I do my thing, and then tomorrow I try again.
The problem is to find people not too soft. I always remember what Shaheen told one time. After beating the world record, there was a troop arriving from South Africa, and they went to film his house in Eldoret. That is a wonderful house, very nice. And after here, only 30 kilometers far, the camp, there was something ridiculous, was good for ships, for staying, small boxes or something. They asked, how many days you stay here? All month, 30 days. I go home one day, every month. How? You have only 30 kilometers, the same place, wonderful. If I wanted to be the #1 in the world, I can't be soft with myself. It's not possible. So what I need are 4 walls, 1 top, 1 bed, 2 blankets, because sometimes is cold, and after and finish. This is for being the #1, if I want to win. The fast, and the other about between 3:30 and 3:35. No, this is the time for starting for a marathon. So we start for the first kilometer. The kilometer fast is depending if it's up or down, but between 3 under 3:10 normally. And the kilometer for recovering is between 3:30 and 3:35. Depends on the. the life of Kenya now, here, in these areas, not in Nairobi, of course, is like the life that we had in Europe yet till 1970. This is a natural aerobic building. Training is everything you do in your life that can modify or can build some different characteristic. Nobody can know your body better than yourself. But the problem is not to know your body, is to know what you have to do for changing your body. Not that I increase the intensity, I reduce the volume. I maintain the same volume and I increase the intensity. And this is what we were able to do with Africa, because they accepted this idea. Running even pace about between 306 and 307. 31:10 for 2 times is enough for the world record. 31:10 2 times.